We live.
We are live.
We're live, we're live, live,
Yay.
live, we're live. Welcome, everyone. We're back with another Investor Chat. And
Hello.
Marcia, we're here.
Yeah. Hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving, being
Yes.
with family and friends. Mine was great. And of
Good.
course, I ate too much, but that's what Thanksgiving is for. And
That's what
now,
it's for.
and now
Family.
I'm fasting.
Oh, you're fasting.
Water. Yeah. Yeah.
Good idea. I might need to do the same thing. Hi, Valine Collins. I hope I pronounced your name
Good
right.
evening.
Say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. We're going to get ready to talk about last week's question. Someone, a
Yes.
viewer, yeah,
At
about
the
brokers.
right at the end of
Mhm.
the session, someone said, "Can you talk about the various brokers and the brokerage accounts?" So that's what we're here to do, is to talk about
Mhm.
what's a broker, what's a brokerage account,
Mhm.
and hey, Michelle. So why
Hi,
don't we
Michelle.
get started with the question? What is a broker?
Cool.
So, um, when we start to invest, you've got to have a place for, you have to have a home for your investments.
Mhm.
And a brokerage account is essentially a home where you're going to have your stocks and your bonds and your ETFs. And so that's all, it's an account, just like a bank account, a saving account. This is
Mhm.
a brokerage account. And so, some examples of brokerage accounts, and you guys can also chime in. If you have a brokerage account,
Brokerage
let
account.
us know what brokerage account you have. The
Mhm.
examples are TD Ameritrade,
Mhm.
there's E Trade, you've got Fidelity,
Facility. Mhm.
Charles Schwab. You've got, of course, Robin Hood, who's made a name for itself with
Mhm.
the millennials. And what's after the millennials? What's the
Or like
term?
before, I don't. There's Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z. I have to go back and do some
Okay.
research again on it because that was something important for
Okay. So,
teachers to know.
yes, Robin Hood.
Fidelity.
Okay. Nancy says Fidelity
Okay,
is for
Fidelity.
her. Um, Webull is another one.
Mhm.
There's Stash, Acorn, and there's some brokerage accounts that are associated with banks,
Thanks.
like JP Morgan Chase has a
That's the one I
brokerage
have.
account. That's the one you have, Nakia.
Yep, that's the one I have. Yay, Michelle,
Um,
it's TD Ameritrade.
TD Ameritrade and Fidelity, yay, in the house. And then there's Merrill Edge. That is a brokerage firm that's associated with Bank of America. So those are just examples of what a brokerage account is. Now, there are different types
Mhm.
of brokers. You have the full service broker.
Mhm.
Woo! Background noise. Is that you?
Oh, yeah, it might be.
Tell Mario to cool it.
Mario Marcia said, "Cool it."
So there are three types of brokerage. One is a full service broker. These are
Mhm.
the professional, the people who you may go to, especially if you decide, look, this is not for me. I'd rather give my money to a broker and let him or her manage my account. So you
Okay.
may take your money and give it to this broker, and he will do the work for you. I shouldn't say he. You see how that was? He or she will
Because
do the work for
predominantly
you.
we hear more of it
But
in
yeah, but
by men. We're
that's
women.
true.
But
And these are the people that they will do the research. They will do the stock analysis. They will do the buying of your stocks and the selling of your stocks. They essentially will manage your portfolio. And of course, if they're going to manage your portfolio, you're going to have to pay for that. So sometimes they will charge you a percentage of what your portfolio is. So those are full service brokers. You don't want to do it yourself, have someone else do it for you. Yeah. On the opposite end of a full service broker is a discount broker. Hi, Kay. And a discount broker, everything that full service broker did, you do that. That discount broker, you can do your own research. You can do your own analysis. You buy and sell the shares in your portfolio. You manage everything, and therefore, the cost of a discount broker is slim to none. So you go from a very expensive person doing it to you doing it yourself. So that's a decision that you have to make. Now, in between those two is what we call a robo-advisor. Have you guys heard of what a robo-advisor is, or robo-service?
We should talk about. I know we mentioned it in an investor chat a while back.
That's right, we did.
Yeah, we did. Bring it up
with the robo-advisor, it's more like a software thing. You put into this program or this platform information about what you're financially like, what your goals are, what you want to achieve with your investment, and they will put you into this certain portfolio. Okay, so this is a portfolio that we're going to have you work with. So it's kind of automated. So it's really not a person there. It's like a software that's doing all the work for you too. And so you may also get charged a fee for that, but of course it's not as much as if you have a full service broker. So those are the type of brokers. Now it's going to be up to you to decide which way you want to go, whether or not you're comfortable with doing it yourself. And I'll be honest with you, it's really not that hard. You just have to decide this is what you want to do and have the time to do it. And sometimes you can automate the whole thing.
That's more important. That should be one of our things.
Every single one of you all, from Barbara to Sonia, Kay, Nancy, Michelle, all of you all are smart enough to do it for yourself. So I'm telling you, don't be afraid of this. And so once you decide what's best for you, then that's where you decide what type of broker that you're going to be going with. Now, another question is, okay, so where do I get information so I can make a decision about what brokers I should be getting? So I'm going to give you a website that you can go to. And it's one of my favorite websites when I was teaching about investing. I still am, but
you still are.
Right. This one is called nerdwallet.com. And what I like about this particular site is that they have done research on the various brokers, and they rate the brokers based on their criteria that they've developed. And then not only that, they will give you information about the fees that these brokers will charge, whether it's nothing or a percentage of your portfolio. They will tell you about the amount that you need to get started with opening up an account. And sometimes they even will run a promotion. They'll tell you which one of these brokerage firms are running promotions, like 2 months of you get money back if you put this much money in to begin with. because sometimes they have promotions, and I know usually around this time, the holiday time, they run different brokers will run different promotions. So if you go to nerdwallet.com, and then I suppose you were interested in robo advisors, nerdwallet.com/robo advisor. And then they'll go give you a list of about 10 to 12 what they think are the best ones. Mm-hmm. The same thing with the discount broker. So say you decide I want to do this myself, go to nerdwallet.com/discount brokers. They also have one best accounts for beginners. Mm-hmm. So that is the website that I would recommend that you go to get more information. Just the list, just like the list we talked about, to get a better description of what they offer.
Someone had a comment. I wonder.
Okay. So speaking of brokerage accounts, Nakia and I were talking about the different accounts that we use, and the reason why we decided to use or to use those brokers. So I do have my favorite, and she has hers, and I want to let you know why. Nancy says, how much do
the like the cost for brokers? That's a good question.
Well, that depends. That depends if you're using a discount broker, a full service broker, or a robo advisor. With a discount broker, you're not paying those fees, well, that you have to buy and sell like you used to. Yeah, we used to have to pay $5.95, $6.95 in order to actually buy and sell stocks, but that's obsolete now. But when it comes to my favorite broker, it is definitely TD Ameritrade. That's my number one, because once you go to the website and look at the ratings, and they tell you why they feel they're rated that way, you'll discover what's important to you. And what is important to me as an investor is definitely, number one, is customer service. If I have an issue with my TD Ameritrade account, I want to be able to get on the phone, call the number, and I want to speak with someone. And I want to be able to resolve my issue. Now, it doesn't happen often, but when it has happened, I've had no problems. And they're very customer friendly. Also, TD Ameritrade, I can do a lot of research. And that's important to me. I want to be able to go to a site and actually sit there. If I need to get information about my company, I need to be able to go to that site, put in my company, and then get information about what's going on with my company. So research is important, customer service, and last but not least, education. And when it comes to education, TD Ameritrade, in my opinion, is top notch. They have classes. I mean, even if you're a trader, they have classes on trading. If you're an investor, they've got classes on beginner investing. The investor who is very advanced or intermediate. So their education is top notch as far as I'm concerned. And so those are the three things that are important to me. And that's why I think that for me, TD Ameritrade is number one. Now, Fidelity is also good. I've been on their website a lot, and I can do quite a bit of research on Fidelity, but I'm more accustomed to TD Ameritrade since I've been with them for 20 something years. So
You
I know the site.
know how they work.
I
Yeah,
know
you
how
know how
they
the site
work.
works.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. So that's my favorite. I know Vanguard is pretty good also.
Mhm.
Um,
I
and
use
especially
Vanguard.
for those of us in retirement and a lot of our
Yes, I haven't used
401ks,
Vanguard.
yeah,
Yeah.
are with Vanguard. Yeah. So that's for me. That's my favorite broker, and that's why. So you have to find out for yourself what's important to you, and then what broker can offer you this.
Mhm,
What's
mhm.
important to you. So, what
Important to
about
you.
you, Nakia?
Well, I have three brokers as well. I started off with Chase with my
Mhm.
bank. So I have a business account and I have my personal account through Chase. So I started through Chase. I also have TD Ameritrade because of you, because I was learning. And then
Mhm.
my favorite actually happens to be Robinhood. So me
See?
and Marcia are different. I still enjoy, I do go to TD Ameritrade when I do want to get some education, but my needs or my what's important to me is different.
Mhm.
So like customer service is important to me, but customer service for me is different. I need to be mobile and I need to be able to communicate, not
On the go.
necessarily on the phone, but on the go. Yeah, you're right. I'm more on the go. So that that's what's important to me is being able to pick up my phone and be able to go through and see and do research and education and all of that. But mobile was the most important. And then
Mhm.
education comes for me second, whereas Marcia comes for her last because she already knows this. So I'm still learning as well. So education is really important to me. And I do like Robinhood mainly because I'm watching them grow into somewhat like TD Ameritrade or the big brokers that you've mentioned.
Mhm.
But that's why I like Robinhood the most because it's mobile. One, the education, I like watching them add to and see how they educate through that platform.
Mhm.
Considering working with you in TD Ameritrade and then working with my Chase account, my Chase brokerage, and then research. I-
Mhm.
the research, she's right, is better with TD Ameritrade for beginners,
Yep.
even for intermediate. Well, let's just say for everybody. But I do get a good amount of research on Robinhood
Mm.
because I'm actually
Okay.
watching them. Yeah, I'm watching them pull new things out. They're even doing surveys, asking questions to see what works better and what doesn't work for those
Okay.
who are new to investing because they are a site that's more so geared for, I
Young
don't want to
folk.
say beginners, but it's, yeah, you're right. It's geared for young folks. It's geared for young folks. But the most important thing for me is the mobile. I need to be able to see this while I'm on the go.
Mhm.
So, but
And
yeah, but my favorite is Robinhood. So
and I'm curious for you guys
yeah.
that are here. I know Nancy said she likes Fidelity, and Michelle is has TD Ameritrade. I'm curious as to what you all feel. What was important to you when you chose your broker that you're working with? Um, uh, if anyone wants to step up and just or type in what was more important to them, because
Mhm.
everybody's different. Everybody's different. And as I stated before, when you decide what's important to you, you're going to gravitate towards the broker that is going to be able to supply you with your need, what's important to you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we understand that it's usually like a 10-second lag. So if we're still
Oh,
talking and we see your message, we'll jump in and say, hey, we see. But
mhm.
we do recognize it's usually a 10-second delay with streamed lives. If you guys watch lives a lot, I do. So, but
And
yeah.
so that is the what I wanted to talk about with brokers. If anybody had any questions um, in about brokers or brokerage accounts, feel free to chime in, this is something that we'll also talk about in our book club that the
We're
continuous
having
stream.
December
Yeah, I was just
December
reading.
15th. You was
Yeah,
reading her
mm,
question too. I'm trying to get
Michelle.
that. She says continuous training. That's
Yes,
what's important to her. Thank you,
yes.
Michelle.
Mm-hmm. And so these are things that we will also be talking about in our book club that we are having, because we're talking about managing your money. And you want to take this, Nakia? You want to talk about the?
Yeah, we're easy to work on their site. I like that one too, Nancy. That's why I
Mhm,
like mobile, because it needs to be easy to work on my phone. But
mhm.
for December the 15th, we have a book club. And our book club, I don't even have the book with me. You have the book on you, Marsha?
Of
Look at me
course.
trying to do, what am I doing? This is the book that we are focusing on, and we meet once a month. So we just started last month, the 17th of November. We had
Oh,
an
it was good.
amazing, longer than we expected,
It was good.
conversation about the first two sections of the first chapter of that book. And
Mhm,
that book is really good. I learned about that book actually through Dr. Marcia, because it's a book she uses to reference, and it helps her. And when I started reading that book, I noticed it was a really good book to help us heal through some limited beliefs with money and wealth, and how to get it and how to spend it and how to invest, which is
mhm.
something that we don't hear a lot in the community of women, because you only hear it in a masculine sense, or only men talk about investing. You rarely ever hear a lot of women talk about investing, and that's coming up now. And so our next live conversation we have on Zoom is going to be December the 15th. And we are going to be focusing, because I know some of you that are in that community are here. We'll be focusing on sections 1.3 and 1.4, because
Correct.
yeah, me and Marshall was like, oh, he has some really good points that we can kind of help you through the
Mhm.
process of investing. Because the truth is, you guys, it's not hard to invest. You just need not motivation, encouragement,
And
guidance. Sometimes, it's not hard, but this is where we're trying to help with the mind, the
and
mindset, the perspective
and the
of money.
community.
Yes, in the community. So
Mhm.
come and join us. It's December 15th. That's our second one. We'll be talking about 1.3, chapters 1.3 and 1.4
Mhm.
at
And
7 p.m. Go ahead, Marcia. You was about to say
yeah,
something.
yeah, and it's we're just taking the information bits and pieces at a time and
Mhm.
learning a little bit at a time, because it's a 700-page book, but it's got so much good information, a lot of fluff too, I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna kind of filter
That's what's
through
always
that.
good.
Yeah, and pick out the really good stuff and
Mhm.
focus in on that so that we can help you when it comes to managing your money and when it comes to investing and
Yes.
building a stock portfolio. So
Mhm.
that book, along as with the knowledge that I can give you and with the knowledge that the key is going to give you, we want to help you to kind of manage your own money, be in control of your
Yeah,
own
you
money,
need to be in
and
control of
be
your
and be okay with it. And be okay with it. Yeah.
own. Be okay with it. And confidence. That's the big word with me and Marsha was mentioning. We want you guys to have as much confidence in
Hmm.
yourself and in your money as we are learning for ourselves.
Hmm. Because you
So
can do this.
you can, it's not
Mhm.
hard, and
And it's a
it's
must.
fun.
It's
It's
fun
one
and
of us
it's a
gonna do
must. And
it.
yeah, and it's
It's a
something,
must.
yeah.
It's
Now
a
Regina
must.
said she missed the book club. Yes, the actually the actual what is it called? The Zoom link is in our, we
Of
have
course. Mhm.
it's on the Band app. We have
Registration.
an app. Hmm. And it's actually in the Band app. So you can rewatch all of the information. And
Mhm.
the nice thing about it is everyone is able to we can converse and we can talk amongst each other. And I think that's important too.
And then not only that, when you guys, there's a link down below in the description box of this video or this live or wherever you're watching this from, because I'm not sure, some are watching from Facebook and some are watching from YouTube, but there's a link there. When you go there, there's more involved than just us live on Wednesday once a month, because that's what the book club is, and that's part of the healing and learning and guiding process. Also, every Wednesday, me and Dr. Marcia post things that help you
Learn
keep
about
going. Learn about the stock market for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who are seasoned in investing, and you just, you need the camaraderie, a little bit more guidance, some information that you didn't know. You never know. We post it every Wednesday. We don't want to do it every day because we don't want to drive you guys crazy with a bunch of information. And we love you, but we like our time. So every Wednesday we post things.
Yeah, and we talk about some of the things that we're doing with our own portfolios. So you'll learn from us too, and we hope to be learning from you guys too once you decide to come and join us.
And Dr. Marshall, we've known each other for so long. Marshall,
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't help but do it. It's out of respect. But Dr. Marshall posted something in the group. Was it Saturday you did? It was something. Was it Monday? I can't remember. But she posted today, last night as well. If you are in the book club, because it's on an app called Band. It's very similar to GroupMe for those of you who have worked with us before. It'll give you a link so you can come there. I have all of the information laid out for what you need to know, disclaimers, and then you just go through it like a social media feed. And she's posted something that you guys probably want to take a look at, because this affects all of us who are investing. So, and I'll be posting something this evening as well that matches with it. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You just guys have to click the link down at the bottom. It's really good. And Regina asked a question about every Wednesday on Band. Yes, every Wednesday on Band, we post every Wednesday. Once a month on a Wednesday, that is the book club, because you need the rest of the month to kind of, do the research and the healing and the learning and a lot of reading. So yes. And then we have our investor chats. This is how we're able to share, with everyone, including those of you who are in the band. But those of you who want to be a part of the community, please check that link down below. So every Wednesday is where you look for us in investor chat, at least once a month for our book club meeting, or every Wednesday, some type of post that helps you, guides you, or motivates you. And we would love for you guys to do the same thing too. It's okay to post in the band for those of you who might be a little introverted. It's okay.
We're all here to learn. Yes.
We're all here to learn. So yes. That's where it is.
Sonia just said that her daughter and co-worker told her about Robinhood. Yep. And she's learning. So good. And actually, I think, does Robinhood still give you free stock?
Okay. Yeah, it does. Okay. I'll those in the band, I'll show you how they do it. I'll send you a video on it. It's already done. So I'll just send the video. I'll pop it right on there. But yes, they do give you free stock. They still do that.
Okay. Well, we're hitting on 6:30. I got to go work out.
I got to go finish some work myself.
So okay. Oh, we build, hope I pronounce it, Valine says Webull also gives you free stock. That's another broker or brokerage account. So I think that's going to be it for this Wednesday. If anyone has a topic that they'd like to talk to us about for the next investor chat, is it YouTube? Well, yeah, just
YouTube or Facebook.
Or Facebook.
It does, yeah, you can do it now and we'll still see it even after we leave off.
And we'll talk Yeah, and if no one puts anything, I got something for you always.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we will see you next week, ladies. Thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of the evening.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.